Hello, welcome to another video. We are going to be doing a full face of like new stuff at the drugstore. I'm looking at the stuff here. I have quite a lot of things. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use all of the things, but we're going to give it the good college try because I just want to try a bunch of things that have come out to the market that's a little bit more affordable. I am going to count like Makeup Revolution and Colourpop as drugstore because here in the US you can find Colourpop at the drugstore section at Ulta and Makeup Revolution, and even I don't have any here, but like Juvia's Place you can find drugstores in the UK. So it's just gonna be a full face of affordable makeup. I actually have two different primers here. This one I'm just gonna give you my mini review of. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Blur Sunscreen SPF 30. I thought that this one was gonna feel a little less greasy, but I do feel like this feels like a more greasy, not greasy, but feels more like a typical sunscreen to me. I have oily combo skin, I live in a very warm and humid climate, so for me this is definitely a good like SPF. I've been using it as an SPF. I wouldn't necessarily use it as a primer though. If you have the same preferences as me, again, a little bit more leaning on the mature skin. At least I'm like entering into my mature skin era, and a little bit oily combo. So for me, that's not a primer, it's more an SPF. But I want to try this one. This is the e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick. I bought this one. Ooh, hello, sir. I bought this one off the e.l.f. website. This is supposed to be after applying skincare, a swipe primer stick across skin, follow up with makeup. Okay, but it says cooling, so I hope it is cooling. Oh my god, you didn't see that. Nothing happened. Doesn't smell like anything. Oh, it is a little bit cooling. I've not put this in like the fridge or anything. Solid gel primer that delivers a refreshing burst of hydration and prep skin for makeup. Infused with aloe, coconut, spring and marine waters. Huh? e.l.f. Spring and marine waters. Okay. I touched the stick to my face and it feels cooling. Like it doesn't stay cooling or have a reaction on my skin to make it cooling like some of those like more cooling masks that I've been using. But it feels not greasy, it feels a little moisturizing. It definitely feels like a light gel primer. It just feels like, yeah, like a gel moisturizer that felt a little cooling going on to this. Like when I hold the stick to my face, it's a little cooling, but it doesn't have a cooling effect once you take away the stick from the face. It doesn't feel cooling anymore. Now we've tried, there's nothing wrong with this. I honestly think that this is probably really nice to travel with because it is in a solid. And my skin does feel pretty decent. Let's actually zoom in. I have a bunch of things that I want to try. I've had the Makeup Revolution Bright Light 4-in-1 Face Glow. This is in medium light. I don't know if this is going to be the right shade. They sent this one to me. I also have some of these drops by Makeup Revolution. I thought at least we can see if we can try the glow one as a highlighter. I have the blush one and then I have two of the tanning ones, but I actually really want to try the bronzing drops by e.l.f. because I want to see if I can use this as a bronzer. I don't know if that's gonna work. Probably not. Experimenting with Angie, that's what this episode should be called. I think this is one of those with the big doe foot. I think so. It's a little dark now, isn't it? We'll make it work. That could work. We'll make it work somehow. This is Makeup Revolution's own version of that like Hollywood Flawless Finish thingamajig. I will say both the one from Juvia's Place and the one from e.l.f. that I have tried that have been a little bit more affordable have both been a little bit more on the sticky side, which is not preferably on me. Like I don't want to be, I call it fly paper makeup, but I can't do it. I know some people are like, oh my god, it looks so dewy, and that's great. It also feels dewy. I can't do the sticky makeup, so we are just gonna do a light layer of this, and I'll probably powder a little bit in my T-zone. Okay, so I'm doing this, and then I'm doing a glowy bronzer, glowy highlighter, a glowy blush. Is this the modern version of the full face of highlighter challenge? Because I feel like I'm heading in that direction. It actually does look really nice though. I am gonna be going in with the new concealer. Oh my god. In the package that had this one from Makeup Revolution, they also sent me a bunch of these highlighters. Who remembers me reviewing these? They are so bad. These are the bright light highlighters. You don't need these. Do not pick these up. But they did send me a couple of concealers that I can get on board with. Those highlighters, let's forget they existed. They're dead to me. So we have light, medium yellow, and medium. What am I? Medium yellow? That one looks decent. And I gotta say, how excited I am about trying these things is nothing compared to how excited I am about using this blush. Do you see this blush? This is what orange blush is. It's so yellow leaning. This is the Kiss of something. Kiss of Sun Kisser. It's kissing the sun. It's the Sun Kisser blush by Maybelline. I cannot wait. Oh my god, why is everything in plastic? Oh yeah, it's one of those poofy ones, and I will say, I don't know if you can see. Oh my god. It's 2015 YouTuber Angie. But I need an intervention. Can you see how separated this is? Do you see that? Looks like I'm trying to grow something. Can I shake it? What am I supposed to do about that? Let's forget we saw that. Let's forget we saw that and see what happens. Oh, I remember this one as well. It's the Pebble. This is like really hard to blend with, so don't expect to blend with this one. That is medium yellow. It's pretty light. This is medium yellow according to them. I mean, as you can see, you cannot blend with this. This is a Pebble, but we're gonna be applying a little bit more concealer than I usually do, and we're gonna do a little sculpting with this, and also to make sure that the middle of my face is not too shiny, metallic, beaming, because we don't want that. I'm gonna go in with a Cinch FO2, which is, mine is not clean, don't look at it too closely, but it's my favorite brush for concealer. I want to be a little bit more detailed, and I want to keep the coverage. Definitely using concealer as foundation in the middle of my face, because I don't want I don't want it to be too metallic, but I only use that like highlighter primer thingamajig. I haven't used any actual foundation. So we're gonna do this, and we're gonna set with powder and my T-zones, and we are gonna hope that it's gonna look good when it comes together. Let me go over with a dry sponge so that it can soak up a little bit of excessive product. It's a good tip if you like just want to make sure that you're not using excessive product and just want to even everything out. Using a dry sponge is actually not a bad idea. I think that looks really good. I did use like the concealer is a little light, so I lost a little bit of the bronziness, but we have this one. I don't know if this is gonna work. Probably not. This is the e.l.f. I am literally a 5-year-old, okay? I'm a 5-year-old in a grown-up woman's body. This is the Bronzing Drop Bronze and Nourish, and I'm gonna see if I can use this. It says shake well before use. I did not do that. Add 1 to 3 drops to your moisturizer, blah, 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 blah. No, I did not do that either. Okay, I'm going rogue. So if this doesn't work out, I mean, it's me. It's not the product. But I just want to see if I can use this just to bronze a little bit as a liquid bronzer, because I felt like all the swatch pictures I saw of this, it just looked so intense. And since I have not set my face yet, I feel like this should work pretty decently. Okay, I gotta say, that do be looking pretty nice. Huh. It is a little sheeny, but I think that's like part of the product. So I guess it does what it's supposed to do. And I use the second shade. I will link everything down below in case you're wondering what I'm using, what shade I am and all of that. But I think that looks pretty nice, right? Let's use the blush. I actually got 2 shades. And I got the orange that is called Rooftop Views, number 7. And then I got number 2, Uptown Glow. That is more of a peachy one, but we're clearly doing the orange one. Like there is, like why would we not be doing that? Clearly we're doing that. Let me get the sticker off. Whew. Can I just put this on? Oh, that smells like industrial glue. I am actually just gonna, I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, that is so pretty. And I'm gonna use the same brush as I used for the bronzer. Wow, oh my. Okay, it's so unusual for any brand, let alone a mainstream brand, let alone a drugstore brand, to make a shade like this. An orange that is a yellowy orange, not a peach, not a coral, not a cool tone red leaning orange, not a pinky leaning one, a yellow one. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm way too glowy right now. Let me actually finish. We need to do some powder. Like this is no more there. This is ridiculous. Like I am in deep need for some powder in like the worst way. That is not the brush I'm looking for. Not the droid you're looking for. I think that looks so cute and so orange, which I love. I am gonna go in with, oh, I'm literally tearing this place apart. I don't know where I put my powder puff. I seem to have like misplaced it. Oh, here it is. Maybe I haven't been looking. My own powder puff. This is from Cinch Beauty, and I'm gonna be using, we're in the drugstore section, so we're gonna be doing the NYX powder. This is one of my favorite powders of all time, and it is from the drugstore. And I quite literally just a couple of videos ago said that I prefer this powder over that new expensive powder from Hourglass. And I'm just gonna be doing my T-zone with this powder just to be like a little matte. Okay, let me do my brows. What do I have for lips? Do I have anything? Nothing here. Let me see if I actually have something that I haven't tried, like an affordable lip. I'm sure I do somewhere. But like, look at that orange cheek. I love that. So I actually don't have any like new lippies to try. So I thought instead I'd be using this Colorstay Limitless Matte from Revlon. This is like an orangey red, and I thought it would go really well with the cheek. And I want to do like a mix between, I've already reviewed this one. I think it's beautiful. If you're looking for a matte, like bold color from the drugstore, this one. But I'm gonna do this because I want to do like a warmer eye, because I'm gonna be using this palette, like a warmer eye and then like a silver accent. And I thought a bold lip would be perfect with that. Look at the color. Before we dig into the eyeshadow, I don't know, is this not a Christmas bauble? This is the En Route. This is the Christmas one, right? This was in the Colourpop PR package, because I get these things from Colourpop. If you're ever wondering which things I got in PR and which things I bought myself, I always mark the things down in the description box with a little star or an asterisk behind them if I got them in PR, and if there's not an asterisk, I bought them myself. But this was in the PR package, and this is something that I really like. It is mixed metals. Maybe that's why they're in the PR package, but they're clearly like leftover from Christmas, from whatever brand this is. But like, I'm not, listen, beggars can't be choosers. And I thought this was cute, so let's put these on. Those are actually kind of cute. I like that. They have a little weight to them, and I love mixed metals. And maybe that's why I was a little bit intrigued by this palette as well, because I was like, this has something that I really like, which is a mix of warm tones and cool tones, and it also has mixed metals. It has golds and coppers and rose golds and pewters and silvers and bronzes, and it has really light mattes and really dark mattes. So I think what we're gonna do today, actually, and that's why I put on this brown dress, we're gonna do something in the coppery area. And then we're gonna use one of the Yellow Matte shadows, the one that is a bright silver. We'll use that at the end as an accent to do the mixing metals. But first we're gonna go with this one. This is the Glow Drops, Bright Light Glow Drops. It's a multi-use drops squalane. Oh boy. Sometimes I sound very uneducated in English. I sound a little bit more educated in my actual language. Hyaluronic acid and grape seed oil. And this one can be used alone for natural glow, mixed with skincare or foundation, or I'm hoping to be able to use on its own as well, like to be able to use as a highlighter. So I'm gonna be putting a little bit on like that. And let's see if we can like revive this glow a little bit with this. Does this work? Yes, but I will say it does feel a little bit like skincare, and it smells a little delightful. You know what? I don't hate how this looks. I feel like this is, I don't see any glitter in this. Like, I don't see any glitter. It just, as you can see, it's just a really nice glow. I actually think if you like a more demure lit from within glow and you are balling on a budget, I actually think that you would really like this one, and you would probably enjoy using it on its own or mixing it in. It reminds me a lot of the liquid highlighter that Fenty released a couple of years ago that I really like. This is very similar, but just a lot more affordable. Okay, let me put on a little eye primer and we can start with the eyeshadow. Who looked up to their screen when I said I'm gonna do a bronzy eye and we're like, huh? What channel am I on? Am I lost? We'll make it dramatic. I'm doing a red lip. Oh, I love a red lip. I told you my promise for 2024 was to do more bright lips, and so far I've been doing a decent job. I could be doing an even better job, but I have been doing a decent job. So we are gonna start with this one. It's called Invest in Me, and then we are gonna do Lucky One, which is the darker one down here. Those are the two shades that I'm gonna be using in my crease. Oh, ooh, that picked up. Oh my god. Okay, that picked up. Oh, there is so much fallout in the pan. Okay, be careful. Don't do what I did. Learn from my mistakes. It picks up very easily. I mean, this is very impressive. Wow, impressive pigmentation. Wow. So this is the same price as the other big palettes that ColourPop have. They're like 35, I think. And you can use the discount code over at ColourPop and get some money off. You can also use the same code over at Makeup Revolution and you can get some money off there as well. And I think you get even more money off at Makeup Revolution. I think it's like 15 or 20% if you're ever like interested in purchasing something from Makeup Revolution's US website. I don't think it works on the UK one, but like, look at this. That pigmentation is wild. Wowza. I apparently went very dramatic on my lower lash line, but I did say that I was gonna do a dramatic eye, but neutral. So now I'm doing the darker shade and I'm just gonna be deepening up the crease. I'm using an EO2. I used an EO6 before. So I'm just gonna be deepening up the crease and the outer corner. And should we try and put a little bit on my lower lash line too? Because I feel like this will probably look really good with the detail brush. This is the EO7. And just like closest to the lashes. Yeah, that actually looks really pretty. Let's go back to the EO2. Okay. That's actually really nice. Can't decide if I should go in with the black too. We might end up finishing up with a little bit of the black. But this is with the two shades. The two brown shades. I think that looks really, really nice. So at first I was thinking that we were gonna do like maybe this one that is not the glittery finish. And I was gonna do a little bit of this one, but I think I'm gonna stay with this one. And then we'll do the silver as well. And I'll use a little bit of Let's Do It, which is the matte black. It's just a matte black. We'll do a little bit of that as well. Ooh, let me clean off an EO1. And let me do it's called Minding Mine. Okay. I am gonna spray it because I'm trying to avoid fallout and I wanna be precise. I mean, if you love a good bronzy coppery eye, this palette definitely is providing that. I will say overall, if you just like metals that are like neutrals, this palette does have quite a lot of things. Cool tones, warm tones. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. That looks really nice. So this is the black shadow. I'm gonna do a little sliver in here. You can see it's like a little bit of a diagonal. I just want to have a wedge of black to make this as dramatic as possible, but still keeping it neutral. So I'm just gonna blend this black now into some of the brown. But yeah, trying to keep it dramatic. That is nice. Okay, I love that. I'm gonna use a little bit of ColourPop's Sunnyvale in my waterline because I want to keep this dramatic and smoky, and it is like a brown, but it's not too dark and it's not too cool. So I really want to do a matte inner corner. I know who's surprised. Who's surprised? Nobody's surprised. I love doing that. So I think I'm gonna do Feel the Chemistry, which is this like vanilla thingamajig up here. Can I find a good this one? And we're just gonna pop this here before. Oh, that's very pigmented. Before we go into the silver detail. Do I even have a liner brush in front of me? Ugh. Actually not sure. I do have this one from Sigma here. So this one is in Foiled Plans. I love the packaging of these new things. Really cool, like ombre, silver to gold to bronze. So these little jelly ones, they are like a cream inside here. And keep the lid. If you don't keep the lid, they are gonna dry out pretty instantly. So we are gonna be using, how do I wanna go about this? I'm thinking like a line. I don't want to do a line out here because I have this darkness, but I want to do something that's like contrasting to all the warm things we have going on. And I love accentuating over here because I feel like it really like lifts the eye and just makes the eye focus on something else than the hood that I have going on here. We're gonna do something like that. And I'm gonna do a second layer to make it a little bit more opaque. Maybe I'll do a second line too. I might. Here we are. I gotta say, I really do like the look, but I kind of wish that I put that silver on the lid instead. Should I change and do that? Is it too late? Has that ship sailed? The ship has sailed. I'm just letting you know now. I kind of wish that I would have put it on like a half cut crease instead. But I still think the look is pretty cool. I'm gonna keep it on for the day. I think the quality of this eyeshadow palette is really good. This is the really good ColourPop quality, the ones that I've tried, and I am very impressed with how it is looking. The lipstick is one of those that like dries down. I just want to let you know, it's not one of those satin liquid lipsticks. It does dry down, but I think it's pretty comfortable and it looks really beautiful on the lips. I think my skin looks really good. I mean, this is for me a favorite because of how great and unusual it is to find a shade like this, especially from the drugstore. It is a very unique shade and I think it's beautiful. And I almost think I used too much when I used 2 dots on each cheek. I could have been okay with 1. This one I think is better to mix in with foundations. It did give a little glow on top, but I think this is the one that's probably going to work just as the one with Fenty I said. Mix it in with your foundation, mix it in with your skincare. It does not have visible shimmer or glitter in it. It's a very fine one. I did not try the other colors, but just this glow one, if you're looking for an affordable product that does that, I think that one, it felt very skincare and gel-like when I was applying it. This one, honestly, I think it looks really good and it's not sticky, which is, it's nice. I probably could set down my entire face with powder, but this does work like a skin tint with a lot of glow on me, and I think my skin is looking pretty good. The concealer was way too light for me, and I think that alters how this looks a little bit. The primer, it's again, it feels like skincare in a stick, like a gel moisturizer in a stick. It's cooling when you put it against your skin, but there's nothing cooling about it afterwards. This one do be looking really nice just as a bronzer, and I really like the consistency of this one. And I think this is probably too pigmented to be used on its own as a primer. I think you might need to mix this with foundation or skincare, or use it as a bronzer like I did. I think this is going to be too pigmented to use like on its own all over your skin. I'm just letting you know right now. But yeah, those were the things that I tried in this video. Please let me know if you have any favorites. Let me know if you've tried anything great that is more on the affordable side as of late. I always come back and give you my further thoughts once I've been able to try things a little bit more. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you very soon in a new video. And bye!